as we know it, provides a platform for women in politics to air their opinion about things happening in our society, and of course to give encouragement to the younger folks who really want to participate in politics and do not know how yet. And how do these women do it? They share their experiences about how they've been successful in politics, managing their different careers, and of course their family front. And here we're meeting with Barrister Ebere Ifendu, the national women leader of Labour Party. I'm sure you're wondering where this background is. We had to badge in in Lagos in our hotel room. We had no choice. She's a very busy woman. I'm sure you're looking forward to this interview with her. Let's go. It seems every time we come across a bold woman in politics, most times they happen to be barristers. I don't know why that is. Again, we are here with another barrister, and so busy she is. She's based in Abuja, but we caught up with her in a hotel room in Lagos, and it's so kind of her to have us come into the hotel room. I'm talking about Barrister Ebere Ifendu. Good day, ma.
Good day.
And before we started this interview, someone actually said, "Why are you sitting like a Margaret Thatcher?" Are you anywhere close to
No,
that?
not at all, not at all. Very far away from her.
Okay, let's start with how you got into politics. What fascinated you? What was the drive? How did this whole thing about politics start?
Okay, like you said, I'm a lawyer, a chartered mediator and conciliator. And I've always been an NGO person, reaching out to women at the grassroots level. Then we discovered that in politics, most times women have issues, they come to us. And we really cannot help them because they lack the capacity. And men always use that against them. So I decided, okay, what we need to do now is to change from the usual to the unusual. So the educated women should be part of politics. And let's see if they will not give us an opportunity. Let's also now see what excuse again they will give us for not allowing women to participate. So I joined the Labour Party and became the national women leader of Labour Party. And I can tell you since then it's been, like Labour Party will say, forward ever. It's really been forward ever for me. Yeah.
Another question that comes to mind is why that choice of party? Because I'm sure when you were going into politics, you had so many parties open to you. Why did you choose the Labour Party?
I looked at the manifesto. And they have equal opportunity for everybody. I wanted to put them on trial to see if they will live up to that. And I will tell you, I didn't get disappointed. There's always an opportunity for women to excel in Labour Party. Because I got there, read the constitution, the manifesto, and they have positions kept aside for women. Like in Labour Party, one deputy national chairperson must be a woman. Is there from the national to the world level. And then we have other key positions, assigned to women. And I felt, okay, this party, they are ready to, give women an opportunity to excel. Then I joined them.
That brings us back to the issue of merit and quota. Why do you feel there should be positions left for women? Why can't we have something like all positions are open? Let he or she who is fit take up the positions. Yeah. Do you think we women should continue in this line of leave positions for us, let us occupy this? Why can't we fight and emerge?
Okay, I'll give you an instance. Even in Nigeria, like we still run quota system, we have what they call, reserved positions for people. I'm using education now as an example. I'm from the Southeast. If I write an entrance examination with somebody from the Northeast, for example, I will have to work extra hard to get a higher score because already we are advantaged people, so to say, in education. So when I have maybe 70%, I might not get admission into a university. While somebody from the Northeast, who scored maybe 40 or 30%, will be given that admission. Why are they doing that? They want to bring up the disadvantaged people to come up to, meet up with the people that are advantaged. Now you can see that for us women in politics, we are not visible. It's been something that men's been practicing for a long time. We are just coming up now. How are they going to support us to come up? Affirmative action is necessary to build us up to their level. Then before we start talking about competition.
You talked about your party manifesto.
Yeah.
There are opinions in some quarters that there are no clear-cut ideologies between political parties or among political parties in Nigeria, and that is the reason for easy cross-carpeting. You find this politician here today, the next moment he or she is somewhere else. Would you say our parties have ideology? Because you said manifesto. Did you see ideologies? Did you see, okay, if I'm here, I cannot easily cross to this place?
Yeah. Because for us in Labour Party, we are a social democratic party. You must have that social, background before you can work with Labour Party or participate fully in Labour Party. We are people-oriented, and that's just it. And if I take you back to what we are having now on those states, that's the only state we have, the only Labour Party state so far. You will find out that the development that is taking place there is people-oriented development. When we talked about urban renewal, first of all, what did the governor do? First, he had to, relocate the people. He didn't just send them out. He relocated them first before demolition and before expansion. So you see, what we believe in is strictly social democracy, and that's Labour Party ideology.
Okay, let's go to Ekiti State. Ekiti State, during the elections, we had the NLC coming out to endorse a candidate from another party. Some have said probably because of the credibility of the party or because of the genuineness of the party. Why do you think NLC did not support Labour Party?
I'll take that. NLC also came out to say that they didn't endorse anybody. So there are two conflicting issues here. But again, I want you to understand that NLC, they are not part of politics. Labour Party is different from NLC. NLC is just there for workers, and then Labour Party is for politics. We are all politicians. I'm not a member of NLC, but I'm in Labour Party, and I'm holding a key position in Labour Party. But when that issue came up, we also read the next minute that NLC denied endorsing a candidate. So,
but we have footages of that.
Well, I also have proof that they denied it. It was all over the internet, newspaper. So,
CORETV News presents a platform with presence in over 30 states of the Federation. Be sure to be had. For live coverage of events, we have the capacity to deliver from anywhere in Nigeria and beyond. Contact us now on 0803-471-8550 or 0803-724-9733, 014-533-407.
Our 24-hour news station.
Let's get back to issues that concern women. It's women in politics. We've had so many fora talking about trying to mentor young women. But you'd also agree with me that this then starts from childhood. A child these days, they don't wait till they're teenagers before they make decisions of what I want to become. As a girl child, should you be encouraged to take politics as a career in Nigeria?
Well, for me, politics is not a career. It's really not a career. I'm a professional in politics.
I hear that a lot.
Yes, it's not my career. How what I'm doing? I'm a lawyer, like I said, a chartered mediator and conciliator. I cannot advise any young girl to come up and take politics as a career. That's not it. And that's why they derail most times, because you must be equipped. You must be doing something that is, helping you, earning your income. And that's the only way you can participate in politics. And that's what we are doing, mentoring them. Most of the young girls you saw today are from the universities and from the youth wing of the registered political parties in Nigeria. We had issues earlier where in some political parties, they, brought out men of over 60 years as a youth leader, a man over 60 years as a youth leader. And then recently, another political party had their convention, and there's still an issue going around that convention, where also a man of 53 years came up as a youth leader of a political party. But most times when we question all this, you get to hear that the youth are not there. And then again, even where the youth are there, you will find out that basically it will be maybe a young man. Where are the women? So what we are doing now is to mentor them, bring them up so that such positions that are kept for young people will truly be occupied by a young person.
We've had sexual harassment and abuse as being the bane of women participation in active careers because the stigma is there. What do you think the laws of Nigeria should entail? Because some have faulted the Constitution as not dealing well with corporates, if I can use that word. How do you think this law should be handled? Is it a review we want in Constitution? Is it an overhaul we want? What would you suggest so that anybody who abuses a girl child faces the wrath of the law?
Yes, you see, like what you just said, the issue here is that most times when they are caught, when they are taken to court, you get ridiculous jail terms. Somebody will defile a young lady and they are giving the person 6 months imprisonment. Sometimes it won't even be imprisonment. There will be an option of fine of maybe 250, 300, maybe 1,000 naira. It's so ridiculous. So we are, yes, we are, advocating for that. We need a total overhaul where if you are caught in that act, you are made to pay for it. In some countries now, like I heard in India now, is death sentence. So if we have it done in Nigeria, minimum of 25 years, it will serve as, a deterrence for other people planning to commit the same offense. But as it is today, sometime back, that was like a year or so, we read one judgment, oh my God, that that was in the northern part. The man was just asked to be, flogged for raping a girl. So I agree that we need to overhaul the law. We need to touch the Constitution. We are part of the constitutional review that took place the last time. That is ongoing anyway. We also sent our memo to the Senate committee and the House of Reps committee. We included this also. We followed it up. We had a visit, to the Senate president. We are still following it up, and then we want to see a situation where somebody will be made to pay for a crime. And that's also not only sexual abuse this time, corruption also. Corruption should be taken more seriously in this country. I know that in some countries like China, if you are caught, then you will pay the price until we get to the level where a corrupt official or officer of the government is punished. You will lose whatever you got illegally, you will also face jail term. Until that is done, I don't think we'll be able to fight corruption in this country.
When we're talking about, thank God you were part of the Constitution review, what do you see coming out of this? We had people, we had even the masses, civil society, and everybody come together. We had open assemblies, and people were thinking, okay, we were going to have this review sooner than we thought. But now it looks like it's dragging. What do you see this whole thing ending? Are we really going to have a constitution review in Nigeria?
Well, we are waiting for the National Assembly to come up with whatever they are ready to come up with, and then we'll take it from there. We don't want to preempt them. So we are watching them. So we are getting ourselves prepared. If we don't get what we think is good for us, we'll still go back. We'll go back to them. So for me, I don't want to preempt them. I want to believe that they are going to be reasonable enough to do the right thing. Otherwise, women will also come together. Like our Women in Politics Forum, this is part of what we are doing, bringing women together to fight our common cause. So when we get the amendment and it's not what we think is good enough for us, we'll still go back to the drawing board.
As a woman, combining politics, career as a barrister, and the home, how has it been?
Very well. Multitasking. You know that.
When you mean very well, I want you to break it down now because it's you and I and the woman outside.
Yes. Break it down. For me, I have 2 kids, and they are both in the university. My first son will be graduating, I think, September this year, and the younger one is also in the university, is getting to his 2nd year. So I will say I'm a successful mother to have brought up 2 young men, and they are in the university doing well. And career-wise, yes, I've built myself up to this level. I didn't get into Labour Party from nowhere. I got into Labour Party from a position of, strength. You understand? So I will tell you that naturally, it's not just by, my effort or whatever. God created women that way. We are multitasking people. We are, a woman can be a mother today, a teacher, a lawyer, whatever. So we are everywhere, and at the same time, we are getting things done, very well. It's just that God gave us that grace, and we are doing well with it.
The multitasking nature of women is one of the things women are actually using as an argument to be into active politics. And women, I hear women say things like, women will be better politicians, women will be better leaders actually. Yeah. But in this present administration, we've had women ministers. Mm-hmm. Talking about Dizani, Alison Madueke, the probe of 10 billion naira, the chartered aircraft, and she keeps going back to the court for the committee to stop the probe. I want your reaction on that. Some have said, if you have nothing to hide, why not come in front of the committee? What's your own take on that?
Well, for me as a woman, I'll advise her, if she's clean, if she's sure of herself, she should allow the probe to go on. But one thing again, we are also avoiding where she will be victimized because she's a woman. So I think those steps are steps that she took to avoid that victimization. But at the same time, for me, I will always say, look, go and face the probe.
What does the Constitution say? We've heard statements like, without the president's consent, you cannot have me probed and all of that. We've heard different things. What does the law say about things like this?
But you even heard the National Assembly come out to say that even the court of law cannot stop them. It is their constitutional responsibility. So I'm sure the probe will go on. It will take place, yes.
Nigerians continue to
travel the city of Lagos once again.
Be the first to know.
CORETV News
from the north, south, east, west, and around Africa. We break the news.
We are one Nigeria.
Now you can catch all the actions live as the news breaks. We are CORETV News.
Welcome to CORETV,
a 24-hour news station.
Now, rounding off, I want you to give a woman listening to you out there a word of advice, a woman who wants to really go into politics for the good mind of changing the situation of things in Nigeria.
Yeah, I will say that we've reached a point where we no longer have to listen to what people say. Like most times they will tell us that politics is a dirty game. Politics is just for men and stuff like that. But you can also see that some women are also playing politics. They are not dirty. Lawyers are not dirty people. We are all successful people. So we shouldn't listen to men. We shouldn't also allow them to set the pace for us. If you want to go into politics, you must be focused. You must have something you're taking in there. Not just, go into politics because you're a woman and you think that, things will be given to you just like that. But go into politics qualified with the capacity, and most of us start from the grassroots. It's very important for you to start from the grassroots. Build up yourself until you get to the national level. That's all I can say.
Talking about dirty politics, how do you deal with thuggery, political thugs, and violence during campaigns?
Well, you see, as it is now, politics is still dominated by men. So for them, as far as they are concerned, it's just about competition. Nothing like compromise, nothing like collaboration, it's just competition. That's why we are getting all this violence, experiencing it from every corner. But you see, for us women, we are mothers. I'll give you an instance. Pauline Tallen lost election in Plateau State. Not that she didn't run a good campaign, not that people didn't vote for her. After they were already announcing the results, she was leading, they stopped. 2 hours later, the story changed. But she, took a step. She went to the radio station. She called her supporters. She talked to the youth. She said, let nobody shed any blood on my behalf. Let nobody go to anywhere to fight. I am a mother. I will not want anybody to die for my sake. And then the next thing she did, she went to the courts to get her mandate back. But unfortunately, the 180 days, yes, caught up with her, and well, the matter didn't come to a legal conclusion, but yeah, it just stopped her. But what I'm trying to say here is that as mothers, you will find out that we are bringing a new thing to politics. I will not allow my child to be somebody's talk. So the important thing we are doing here is even the youth, train them. If they have what they are doing, if they are educated, the men are not ready, to empower these people because they are using them as thugs. But as mothers, we are going to empower them. We are going to make them understand that those people are not looking out for their welfare. And then by the time we are able to reorientate them, you will see there won't be violence anymore. So it's a big task, but we are getting there gradually. And hopefully we will achieve that.
Like, when do you see a woman governor, a female governor coming?
2015.
Really?
Yeah.
2015 is how many months from now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yes.
And probably we're looking at 10 years' time for a female president?
Well, might be less than that, if I can say. Because if we're able to bring up women as governors in 2015 and they do exceptionally well, you know what I mean?
Okay, since you are forecasting already, out of 36 states, because I really want to get into the spirit, how many states do you feel will produce female governors out of 36?
For me, 4 states. So far, 4 states, yeah, because we've seen strong women come out from those states. And we are hoping that they are going to, do wonderfully well. From what the president told us, there's not going to be any more rigging. We are hoping that the election will, come up without rigging. And then if, these women are able to scale through, well, I'm sure, like 4 states. It's a stepping stone, not a perfect list, but let's start from somewhere.
And it's a very wonderful way to end this edition of Women in Politics. 4 female governors out of 36 states. That's a right step in the right direction. And of course, I can't wait. 2015 is just by the corner, and that's a word of advice coming to you. You women, do not be discouraged. You've heard politics is dirty. Why don't you take up the challenge of making it clean? That's a challenge you should pick up if you're listening or watching me right now. It's been a wonderful time with our barrister here today. Next edition promises to be exciting, and I hope to see you then. I am Ebere Ifendu. Thank you.